good day everyone. You might have noticed we have a new opening clip for this presentation. Medyo marami tayong time kaya nakakagawa tayo ng maraming clips. A special shout out to One Skill Presentation who helped me a lot in creating my presentations. I will leave his link in the description below. You might want to consider subscribing and visiting his channel for you to upgrade and learn how to improve your presentations. This is Kuya Fern and we are going to discuss today one of the vital topics in childhood and adolescence, which is the early childhood or the preschool years. Yes, you have heard it correctly, because I'm not the only one in this video. You will hear voices of Sheila, Miko, and Regine. They are all culture and arts education students who helped me in creating these presentations. This is the first part of a 3-video presentation which will all be uploaded in this channel. And a copy of the PowerPoint is in the link at the description below. If you have any questions, please reserve that during our discussion, our online discussion, or you can leave it down at the comment section below. This is a 3-part video presentation. The first one, Sheila will discuss the physical development, followed by me and Miko, who will discuss the cognitive or the mental development of the preschoolers. And this will be ended by Regine, who will discuss the socio-emotional development of during early childhood.
Today, I'm going to discuss the preschoolers' physical development. The preschooler years is commonly known as the years before formal schooling begins. It roughly covers 3 to 5 years of age. Although it is known as the years before formal school, it is by no way less important than the grade school years. The preschool years is very important as it lays foundation to later development. At this stage, preschoolers achieve many developmental milestones. As such, pre-service teachers who might be interested to teach and care for preschoolers need to be knowledgeable about them to be truly an intentional and effective teacher. Let's tackle and learn more about the typical physical development of preschoolers, the important concerns and issues, and how teachers and caregivers can help maximize the preschoolers' growth and development. There are 6 big ideas about the physical development of preschoolers. 1. There are significant changes in physical growth of preschoolers. 2. The preschoolers' physical development is marked by the acquisition of gross and fine motor skills. 3. Preschoolers can express themselves artistically at a very early age. 4. Proper nutrition and the right amount of sleep are very important for the preschoolers. 5. Caregivers and teachers can do a lot in maximizing the growth and development of preschoolers. 6. Preschoolers with special needs and inclusive classroom can thrive well with the appropriate adaptation made in the classroom, materials, and activities. Significant changes in physical growth. Physical growth increases in the preschool years, although it is much slower in pace than in infancy and toddlerhood. At around 3 years of age, preschoolers move from the remaining baby-like features of the toddler toward a more slender appearance of a child. The trunk, arms, and legs become longer. The center of gravity refers to the point at which body weight is evenly distributed. Toddlers have their center of gravity at a high level, about the chest level. This is why they have difficulty doing sudden movements without falling down. Preschoolers, on the other hand, have their center of gravity at a lower level, right about near the belly button. This gives them more ability to be stable and balanced than the toddler. The preschooler moves from the unsteady stance of toddlerhood to a more steady bearing. They no longer toddle, that wobbly way that toddlers walk. This also allows the preschooler to move more successfully than the toddler. Some say that the later part of the preschool years at around 5 or 6 is the best time to begin learning skills that requires balance like riding a bike or skating. By the time that child reaches 3 years old, All primary or deciduous, or what are also called baby or milk, teeth are already in place. The permanent teeth, which will begin to come out by age of 6, are also developing. The preschooler years are therefore a time to instill habits of good dental hygiene. Let's now differentiate the gross and fine motor development. What is gross motor development? Gross motor development refers to the acquiring skills that involve the large muscles. These gross motor skills are categorized into 3: locomotor, non-locomotor, and manipulative skills. Locomotor skills are those that involve going from one place to another, like for example, walking, running, climbing, skipping, hopping, creeping, galloping, and dodging. Non-locomotor ones are those where the child stays in place, like bending, stretching, turning, and swaying. Manipulative skills are those that involve projecting and receiving objects, like throwing, striking, bouncing, catching, and dribbling. Fine motor development refers to acquiring the ability to use the smaller muscles in the arms, hands, and fingers purposefully. Some of the skills included here are picking, squeezing, pounding, and opening things, holding and using a writing implement. It also involves self-help skills like using the spoon and fork when eating, buttoning, zipping, combing, and brushing. Preschoolers' Artistic Development by Victor Lowenfeld. At the heart of the preschooler years is their interest to draw and make other forms of artistic expressions. That's why Lowenfeld studied this and came up with the stages of drawing in early childhood that compose 3 stages. Stage 1, Scribbling Stage. This stage begins with large zigzag lines which later become circular markings. Soon, discrete shapes are drawn. The child may start to name his or her drawing towards the end of this stage. Stage 2, Pre-schematic Stage, may already include early representation. This also becomes very significant when we discuss about cognitive development. At this point, adults may be able to recognize the drawings. Children at this stage tend to give the same names to their drawings several times. Drawings usually comprise of a prominent head with basic elements. Later, arms, legs, hands, and even facial features are included. Stage 3, the schematic stage. More elaborate scenes are depicted. Children usually draw from experience and exposure. Drawings may include houses, trees, the sun and sky, and people. Initially, they may appear floating in the air, but eventually, drawing appear to follow a ground line, giving them plenty of paper and crayons to give them an opportunity to master the fine motor skills. That's why repetition is the hallmark of early drawing. Let's now proceed to the preschoolers' nutrition and sleep. It is important for preschoolers to get sufficient amount of rest and sleep. Preschoolers benefit from about 10 to 12 hours of sleep each day. It is when they are asleep that vital biological processes that affect physical and cognitive development take place. During sleep, especially in the dream state, rapid eye movement stage, growth hormones are released. Blood supply to the muscles are likewise increased, helping preschoolers regain energy. At this state, while dreaming, increased brain activity is also attained. Physical nourishment is important to the preschoolers. They need some fortified milk and vitamins and nutrients to avoid malnutrition and obesity.
And that's it for today's discussion. If you have any questions, please write them down and send it to the online group discussion that we have, and we are going to entertain those questions during our session time.